Welcome to Soul Therapy with Chelle. I am Chelle Griffin and I practice as a soul doula. I combine therapeutic knowledge and lived experience with a healthy dose of spiritual exploration. Feel welcome to join me as we learn and grow together, exploring the magic and wonderment of experiencing life on earth as a spiritual being. Here we are for another episode of Soul Therapy with Chelle. It's really wonderful having you here, and today's going to be a little bit different. Not so much a teaching episode or information sharing, more just a chat. Although I'm the only one in the room, so that's going to be a little bit weird as I think of it. Anyway, I'm all here for flying blind for today's episode. What I have been mulling over about this episode in particular, I wanted to focus on that age is not just a number, and that idea in my planning last year of my episodes for the next several months. When I was planning all that out, I just sort of was brainstorming a bit, and age is not a number popped into my head, and I'm thinking back, going like, why? What was it around that particular idea for an episode? And I've been planning a milestone birthday. Okay, I just turned 50. I'm 50. 50, 50, 50, 50. There, I said it. I think part of me was like, oh, I think I'm supposed to be scared of this. And I just wanted to really explore age and birthdays and celebrations and the meaning behind all of that. I notice in my own childhood, like birthdays were a party. It was cake, it was blowing out candles and singing happy birthday. Family gathering around, often the extended family, and less often were actual like parties as kids. You know, they were expensive, they were cumbersome, they were a lot of effort. Nowadays, fast forward a few decades, and they're this ritual ingrained in us, and they get bigger and bigger and more flamboyant, and trying to outdo the previous one. So I know for our family, we had a run of parties in a row because of the pause that happened in the early 20s with COVID and the pandemic. So we've really this year, 2025, 5 years since all that hullabaloo started, I'm noticing that we're just coming back to simplicity, and there's back to a party every second year. And it doesn't have to be a big celebration. It can be just a small gathering, a few favourite friends, or somewhere the kids want to go that is in particular like a favourite for them. So the kids find somewhere in particular that they want to go. That's, there's an expense involved. So that's not something you're going to take 10 kids to go to. So they can choose one, maybe two. Just reframing how the celebration goes. They're getting older now. They don't need a whole heap of kids and a whole heap of, food and activities and entertainment. It's about simplifying and more about the celebration of them and the honouring of them, riding around the sun for another year, and incorporating the reflection of that and the wishes for the year ahead. For me, I know milestone birthdays have this, tinge of trauma attached to them. I notice for this particular milestone birthday for my 50th, I've been planning this like mofo for about 5 years. I announced it. Everyone who was listening several years ago that I'm going to Italy. I'm going to be in Italy celebrating my birthday. May not be on my birthday, but it's going to be the year of turning 50. And I wanted a like under the Tuscan sun setup. I wanted this long table surrounded by the people who I hold nearest and dearest, who love me. I love them. The wine is flowing, the food is plentiful, and there's music playing. We're under vines, or the sun is setting, and everything is just fun, beautiful, carefree vibe. That's been my goal. The closer I get to 50, this realization of like, I'm not that big outward extrovert that I was, that I have been. I've mellowed a bit. I don't need a big party. I don't need copious amounts of wine all the time. I am much more comfortable nowadays in a one-on-one deep conversation with substance, and rich in curiosity and integrity and authenticity. And I just want to be with my favorite people, my family, and my favorite inner circle people. So it changed. It was in flux, and there was like a lot of guilt around that, going, oh my God, like, but I should be doing this, or I should invite this person, or I need to be having it look like this. And I was just getting myself in turmoil, which is, ridiculous. It's coming back to the basics. It's about celebrating. And all I really wanted to experience, I realized at the core of it, was that's the day I was born. That's my one day in the year. Every other special occasion gets shared with someone else, but my birthday is for me and an honouring of me. And I just wanted to feel loved and special for that one particular day. And I ended up cancelling everything, and which, that's happened a couple of times in my life, and it's been pretty traumatic. This time it wasn't. Everyone was beautifully respectful and understanding. And I was respectful and understanding that, I can't ask all my friends and family to, pop on over to Italy. Like, I know I would do that in a heartbeat for anyone that I'm close to. But I'm fortunate that I'm able to do that. It's not as challenging for me to organize that. So I just consolidated and decided that I've got some beautiful little groups of friends around the country, around the world. And so I'm having a year of celebration and just little moments of connection, so that I can have quality time with the people that I feel connected to and close to. And that's my gift to myself, that it doesn't need to be particularly about me. I'm just creating some moments in time throughout the year where I can have an excuse to be with the people I love. So I'm really looking forward to those. I've had a couple already. I've experienced like a weekend with my extended family, and that was just super special. So uplifting, so nourishing, and just such a fun connection with family. I'm celebrating with my girlfriends. We're having a sound healing. I've got a dear friend who just creates magic, absolute magic. She's facilitating the sound healing component of the gathering, and I've just got some of my favourite people coming together who I know will resonate with that, because I've got friends who aren't interested in that, and that's okay. Like, we're all different. That's why we get along. We've got different facets of ourselves, and I think that's something I am learning with age, that everyone in my life doesn't need to be everything to me. I can have my walking on the beach buddies. I can have my book club friends. I can have my wine and charcuterie sunset friends. I can have my seen a musical, or listening to an author, or going and listening to beautiful classical music, or a concert, or a beach day, a hike, my travel buddies, and or my just sit and have a coffee with a friend. There isn't a layer to the connection. It's all connection, and we connect in the ways that we have similar interests, or something that lights us up together, that we enjoy hanging out. And that's been a really big shift for me. I have this ability, I know, to bring people together, but in that I can notice that I can just stay in the host role, and I'm not so much in the connected friend role, because I have all these different interests and connections and individual connections, that when I'm there, I'm like, oh my God, everyone wants a piece of me, and not in a conceited way, just I want to meet everyone's needs and please everyone and be really present with everyone. And it's near impossible when you're in a big group. So I fall into host role, and I flit around, and I'm just dipping in and pulling back, and that doesn't meet my need of quality connection. So I've learnt that it's the smaller, more intimate connections and smaller groups, one-on-one, that really fill my cup. So I've planned my year accordingly, and I'm so excited for it, to be with all the people I love, celebrating, and the excuse of honouring myself, and celebrating the big 5-0. I was like just terrified of turning 25. Would you believe? Terrified. I could not see myself past 25. I look back now and I know that's connected to previous lifetimes, that, I never got to that age. So coming into like turning 50, and I've just got so much to be grateful for and to celebrate. And for the first time in quite a few years, my body is pain free. I had surgery last year on my shoulder, and I'm so excited that I have full mobility. I've been able to go skiing and river tubing on a holiday, and diving off catamarans in the Caribbean Sea. And I feel like healthy and full of vitality. Like, I've still got health goals. I'm nowhere near optimum for my age, but I'm getting there, and I'm feeling really positive and uplifted and excited for the year ahead. And I think back to previous milestone birthdays, like my 30s. Oh, I just dreaded that birthday. That was a really traumatic period in my life. My 40s, I'd literally 10 days earlier just had a baby. So my fourth child had come into the world, and we've just celebrated his double digit birthday, and that was so much fun. So there's much to celebrate as we tick over into another year. We can reflect on what we've experienced in the previous ride around the sun, the lessons we learnt, the growth we experienced, the magic, the miracles, the joy, just really acknowledge it all and using that reflection and moving that forward and going into the next year, I'm feeling much more positive and uplifted and excited. And, we've already had some really challenging moments in 2025 already, and that's living. So I'm just keep reminding myself I'm connected, I'm stable, I'm secure, I'm present, I'm filled with gratitude, and it's all just going to be in flow, and I'm going to continue to flourish in ways I never thought possible. My wish is that for you. How do you celebrate birthdays? How do you feel on birthdays? What lights you up from the inside? I'd love to hear your perspective. I know I've had birthdays where I just wanted to crawl under the covers and pretend it didn't exist. But this time I'm noticing, like coming into 40, I think I'm looking for wrinkles, and now it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, my body's aging. It's meant to. Like, I'm here to live, not to be like a pretty little statue on a shelf. I'm here to really test this body out and allow it to live to its fullest. So if you're celebrating a birthday around about now, all the blessings for the year ahead. And I love hearing from you. So feel welcome to reach out if you've got any ideas of what you would like to hear on Soul Therapy with Chelle around specific relationship queries or spiritual growth, exploration, intuition, women's health, women-centered care. Just, I'm here. Go gently, and talk to you another time. Thank you for showing up for yourself by listening to Soul Therapy with Chelle. Feel welcome to subscribe to my podcast, share the pod with your friends, family, colleagues and neighbours. And please, if you are willing, I would absolutely love a 5-star review to give my little pod a boost in the algorithms. For further detail on how to work with me, please visit my website www.chellegriffin.com or find me on the socials. I hope you'll join me on my next episode. Till then, go gently and intentionally. With care, Chelle.